Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Mystic Numerology. I'm Amanpreet and I'm your guide. In today's episode, it's gonna change how you see yourself forever. And I mean forever. Let me tell you a little story. When I first started numerology, I knew about life path numbers, maybe a tiny itty bitty bit about personality numbers. But one day I discovered something and it just blew my mind. It's the magic that happens when your soul and the gifts come into alignment. That's your soul urge number, what your heart truly desires, and your expression number, what gifts you naturally express to the world. It's like the universe gave you a secret blueprint, and today we're gonna unlock it. Yay! When your heart and your gifts align, life just flows. But when they're out of alignment, you can feel stuck or even blocked. In today's episode, we're gonna be going over, or I'm gonna be teaching you how to calculate both numbers step by step, what each number means, and their light side plus the shadow side, how they work together, what the most powerful combinations are. So grab your journals and your tea. Get comfy because this is going to get deep and fun. How to calculate your soul surge number. Only the vowels in your full birth name. A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y if it sounds like a vowel or is acting like a vowel. Your soul urge number is like a whisper from your soul, even if no one hears it. It's like the song that your heart is singing. So, write down your full name that was provided to you at birth on your birth certificate. And then what you're going to do is you're going to circle all the vowels, A, E, I, O, U, and Y if it's acting like a vowel. This right here is the chart that you can use to help calculate your vowels with the numbers associated with them. Now, we're going to add up the numbers. Reduce it down to one single digit number unless it is a master number, which is 11, 22, or even 33. So, example, Sarah Elizabeth Moon. We're going to write down hers as an example on my side, and we're going to circle the vowels, which are A, E, I, A, E, O, O. We're going to tally her up with her numbers, which is going to be 115, 91566, and that equals 34. We're going to add 34, which is going to be 3 plus 4, and that equals 7. So Sarah is a soul surge number 7, seeker of wisdom and inner truth. How are we going to treat the Y? Now, with the Y, when it acts like a vowel, the sound is going to be more like an E, like, for example, Mary. Now, if the sound sounds like a consonant, I know I'm saying it wrong, but it is what it is. Let's say, for example, Avon. It doesn't count. How to calculate your expression number. Write down your full birth name. Your expression number is the voice your soul projects into the world, how others experience your natural talents and gifts. Write down your full name and use this chart right here with the associated letters and the numbers. We will add them all up. So we have our chart, right? Got your name, and then you're going to put down your numbers with your name. Add them all up and reduce them down to a one-digit number, unless, again, it is a master number, which is 11, 22, and 33. Again, an example with Sarah Elizabeth Moon. We are going to write down the name right here. We're going to associate her numbers with the letters. We're going to add them all up. And she is going to equal out to being a 9. So Sarah's expression number is 9. Compassionate, humanitarian, and old soul teacher. So recap here. Sarah's numbers. Soul urge number is a 7. Wisdom seeker. And expression number is a 9. Compassionate teacher. Let's go into each soul urge number. Let's take a look at soul urge number 1, the light portion of it. Craves independence, leadership, and self-resilience. Feels most alive when pioneering something new. Motivated to achieve personal excellence. And the shadow side can become over self-focused or competitive. Fear of failure may cause perfectionism, may isolate due to pride or fear of being vulnerable. Soul urge number 2. Let's take a look at the light side. Deep longing for love, connection, and emotional harmony. Gifted in building supported relationships. Feels fulfilled when helping others or meditating peace. And here's the shadow side. Can be overly sensitive to criticism. May lose self-identity in relationships, which is people-pleasing. Fear of conflict, passive or avoidant behavior. Soul urge number 3. Let's take a look at the light side. Desires joy, beauty, and creative self-expression. Seeks to uplift others through words, art, or even movement, and has a natural sense of humor and playfulness. And let's take a look at the shadow side. Can become scattered or avoids responsibility. Tendency towards superficiality or even overindulgence. Uses humor to charm to mask deeper wounds. Now we're going to go over to soul urge number 4. Let's see the light side. Craves structure, stability, and security. Deep need to build a solid life foundation. Fulfills purpose through discipline, patience, and hard work. And here's the shadow side. Can become rigid, resistant to change. Fears loss of control, obsessive over order. May undervalue creativity or emotional needs. Whew, that was heavy. Soul urge number 5. Let's take a look at the light side. Seeks freedom, variety, and new experiences. Feels alive when exploring life, traveling, learning, and new ideas. Thrives on change and personal growth. And here is the shadow side. Relentless, easily bored, difficulty with commitment. May indulge in escapism or even unhealthy risks. Avoids deep emotional connections to preserve freedom. And soul urge number 6, the light side. Deep need to nurture, care for others, and create beauty. Feels most fulfilled in service to family, community, or humanity. Natural healer and peacemaker. The shadow side. Can become over-controlling or self-sacrificing. May attract codependent relationships, struggles with perfectionism, expecting too much of self or even others. Let's take a look at soul urge number 7, the light side. Craves wisdom, truth, and spiritual connection. Feels fulfilled in contemplation, study, or spiritual practice. Seeks depth in all things, relationships, works, life meaning. And here's the shadow side. Can become withdrawn, isolated, or mistrustful. Tendency to intellectualize emotions, difficulty being vulnerable. May struggle with external loneliness. Soul urge number 8. Light side of things, desires success, mastery, achievement in the material world. Feels alive when creating, building, or leading powerful projects. Natural authority and visionary. And here is the shadow side. Attachment to status or power, greed or manipulation. Workaholic tendencies, over identifying with achievements, fear of vulnerability, control issues in relationships. And soul urge number 9, the light side. Deep calling to serve humanity, uplifting the world, seeks to live through compassion, empathy, and wisdom. Natural humanitarian, artist, and or spiritual guide. And the shadow side, may self-sacrifice to the point of exhaustion. Difficulty setting boundaries, attracts takers. Can carry wounds or rejection or grief from past services. Whew, buddies, we gotta let go of that stuff. Soul urge number 11. That's a master number. And let's take a look at the light side of things. Desires to inspire, awaken, elevate consciousness. Feels called to a spiritual mission or creative purpose. Deep intuitive and visionary gifts. The shadow side. Anxiety, overwhelmed from heightened sensitivity, fear or not living up to inner divine calling, self-doubt, imposter syndrome, or paralysis. Wowzers. Let's take a look at soul urge 22, the master number, the light side. Craves to build visionary structures that serve humanity. Feels alive when manifesting big dreams into physical reality. Master architect of change. And the shadow side. Burdened by responsibility. Perfectionist paralysis. Fear of failure. Delays taking action. Overcoming to compensate for inner insecurities. That was a little on the heavier side too. Soul urge number 33. Again, a master number. Let's take a look at the light side of things. Deep longing to teach, heal, nurture on a global scale. Feels fulfilled when living through unconditional love and service. Spiritual mother, father energy, wise and compassionate. And here is the shadow side. Self-neglect, taking on too much, difficulty saying no, emotional burnout, unrealistic expectations of self or even others equals disappointment. All right, let's do a deep dive into expression numbers. It's how others experience your talents, your natural abilities, and even your energetic presence before you even say a word. When you fully own this energy, life responds to you in beautiful ways. So, with that, let's go and take a look at expression number 1, the gift, leadership, innovation, originality, intuitive, courage to create new paths, inspires others through confidence. Here's the challenge with expression number 1. Can become arrogant, pushy, self-important. struggles with patience or collaboration, feels threatened by failure, which equals controlling. Watch out for that. Expression number 2, your gift: empathy, diplomacy, cooperation, intuition, skilled in creating harmony and partnerships, natural counselor or mentor. Your challenges can become passive, indecisive, deeply dependent, may avoid confrontation at all costs. Sensitivity to criticism equals people pleasing. Try not to do that. Own yourself. And let's take a look at expression number 3, your gifts: creative expression, joy, charisma, optimism. Inspires through words, art, or even humor. Brings beauty and light to the world. And here are your challenges: scattered focus, unfinished projects, superficial relationships, and you may mask your pain with charm or humor. And let's take a look at expression number 4, your gifts: reliability, discipline, practicality, and master builder. Brings order and structure to ideas. Manifester of intangible results. Your challenges: resistant to change equals rigidity. Over focus on work equals neglect emotional needs. Fear of taking creative risks. Whew, you gotta do that sometimes. Trust yourself. Expression number 5, here are your gifts: freedom loving, adaptable, dynamic communicator. Brings new ideas and excitement, magnetic, versatile presence. And your challenges are relentless, difficulty with long-term commitments, inconsistent focus, overindulgence in pleasure or distraction. And expression number 6, your gifts are nurturing, compassionate, responsible, self-oriented. Brings a harmony and beauty to home and community. Gifted healer or even a teacher. And your challenges are tendency towards control or perfectionism, difficulty letting go of responsibilities, attracting codependent dynamics. Expression number 7, your gifts: wisdom, intuition, deep thinker, spiritual seeker. Brings insight and depth to conversation and work. Natural teacher, mystic, or analytic. And your challenges are withdrawn, aloof, emotionally guarded, overly spectacle or critical, difficulty expressing feelings or even vulnerability. Expression number 8, here are your gifts: ambition, authority, power, financial mastery. Bringing leadership and strategy onto the table. Magnet for wealth, creation, and influence. Your challenges are ruthless, materialistic, overworking, struggling with balance in personal life. Attachment to status equals neglects inner life. Expression number 9, your gifts: humanitarian, visionary, creative, deeply compassionate. Brings healing and inspiration to others. Sees the bigger picture and future possibilities. Your challenges: poor boundaries equals burnout. Difficult with endings equals holding on to pain. Over idealism becomes disappointment. Watch out for that. Master number 11. Here are your gifts: visionary, intuitive, creative, spiritual messenger. Brings light and inspiration to others. Natural teacher of higher truths. And your challenges are oversensitive, anxious, emotional, volatile, fear of being too much, self censorship, struggling with grounding spiritual visions into action. Whew. Master number 22, here are your gifts: master builder, practical visionary, architect of change. Brings large scale visions into intangible reality. Natural leader of movements or even projects. And your challenges: overwork equals burnout, perfectionism equals paralysis, struggling with delegation equals taking on too much. Expression number 33, here are your gifts: master teacher, healer, embodiment of unconditional love. Inspires others through deep compassion and wisdom. Creates sacred spaces for growth and even transformation. And here are your challenges: tendencies towards martyrdom. Emotional overwhelm equals neglecting self. Unrealistic standards becomes self-criticism. When you start understanding both your soul urge and your expression numbers, you can unlock a deeper blueprint for living with purpose and joy. You'll start to see where you naturally shine and where you can bring these two energies into harmony. Now let's take a deep dive into the combinations. Now, this is where the magic happens and it truly begins. When you understand the relationship between your soul urge number and your expression number, you can see where your life flows naturally, where your greatest blocks might come from, how to align them for your soul's highest expression. Here's a combination example. Soul urge number 7 plus expression number 9. Deep desire for spiritual wisdom and truth. Gifted at compassionate leader and global services. Alignment. Wise teacher, spiritual guide, humanitarian leader. Out of alignment. Isolation. Over responsibility. Burnout. Here's a tip. Build a life with sacred space for inner reflection. Outward service. Balance is key. I want to leave you with a ritual to help align your soul urge number and your expression gifts. Aligning my heart and gift ritual. Light a candle. Write in your journal, my soul urge number is. My expression number is. Write how you can bring them into harmony this month. Small action steps. Speak this aloud. I align my inner truth with my outer light. I walk my sacred path with authenticity and joy. Blow out the candle with gratitude. Today, we've explored your soul urge number and expression numbers, creating your true blueprint. I hope this helped you unlock a deeper understanding of who you really are. And don't forget to comment your numbers below and tell me how they showed up for you. And like always, please subscribe and hit that bell for more daily knowledge of mystic numerology. Until next time, bye!